guys, welcome to this week's Friday Waffle. Now, I know I say it every single week, but I do apologise for a shorter than normal waffle. Just things have happened and I've not got a lot of time to get it done. I'm actually recording this last night, which is actually tonight, which is Thursday. So anyway, how are you? I hope you're all doing well. I've actually, my mate Mark Racing very kindly gifted me a little lamp, which has been fantastic. However, I was going through some stuff, and I actually found a lamp that I think belongs to my daughter, and she doesn't use it. And it's about that size. It's a circle, so I think it's kind of I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a professional lamp, but I've got that on top of the monitor, and I think it makes a bit of difference. Hopefully, you can sort of see things a wee bit better. So anyway, like I said, it is going to be a shorter than normal Friday Waffle. Last week I did a live Friday Waffle, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it went on for about an hour and a half. I think it was about an hour and 40 minutes. Really good fun. So what I'm kind of planning to do, and I'm not going to say 100% because I don't want to kind of commit myself, but every second week I'm planning to do a live Friday Waffle. So next Friday I'll probably do a live one on Friday, and then every second week it'll be a kind of pre-recorded one. I know a few people did say they really enjoyed it. I think Yoldy Gamer Steve, he said that as much as he enjoys my Friday Waffles, he enjoyed the live one more. There is something nice about the interaction. You know, you're answering questions in real time, and obviously you've got the sort of the live kind of banter as well. So it's all really good. So I need to kind of crack on. I don't have anything to talk about per se. I have got just before I kind of forget, I've done a little series of videos where I'm playing an 8-bit game and I've got real music. And I think I did mention them last week. I'm really enjoying doing them. The great thing for me is they're really easy to do. Obviously, I'll have to play a game for a few minutes. They're dead easy, but I think there's something magical about seeing an 8-bit game and having this awesome proper music. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with the SID music at all, but having a proper full orchestra playing some music is pretty damn special. So let me know what you think of them. I'm enjoying making them. It's like I say, I always try and kind of come up with new things for the channel. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. Says he on year 9 of or year 8, I should say, of Friday Waffles. But let me know what you think of them. I'm enjoying doing them. I'm quite proud of actually. I'm not aware of any other person making videos like that. So let me know what you think of them. So anyway, listen, I'm just going to batter straight into the questions. There weren't that many from last week. So what I'm going to do first, when I was doing a live stream last week, there was obviously a lot more questions getting asked than I could actually answer because there was a lot of comments, which is fantastic. But what I've done is I've gone into last week's waffle and I've jumped into the kind of chat and I've copied and pasted a few questions. I've got 3 questions which I don't think I answered. There might have been some more, but because my internet went down just for a split second, it meant I lost the stream. I had to kind of come back in again, and for some weird reason it cuts out. I can only see the chat from when I rejoined it. Don't know why it does that. So anyway, listen, Mark whatever is asking, hey Al, I'm curious if you have an arcade stick. If so, which one, and good or bad? Now, Mark, as you probably know, there are loads and loads of different arcade sticks. I mean, I've got quite a few. I've got a Sega Dreamcast one. I've got a SNES one. I've got a Mega Drive one. I've got all the sort of specific consoles. But for a PC or MAME, I mean, I do have a few MAME cabs, which is really nice. But if I want to play, have a proper arcade stick with MAME on my PC, I've let you see them before. I have got. Where is it? I've got a nice collection. Let's dig out all this stuff. my generic MAME one, out you come, is this bad boy. This is the dog's bollocks, trust me. This is made by my mate Mike Hansen. Hopefully you can hear that. There you go. Clicky goodness. It's got proper, is it Sanwa buttons, I think it is. Joystick is fantastic. So I use that. It's a USB connector, obviously. I use that for general MAME stuff. I do, and I'm not going to go and get them down because I've let you see them quite a few times. I also have, I've also got, Mike has also made me one, a Robotron one, twin sticks, and he's also made me a dedicated Defender one. And I've got to say, I would probably bet money that you're not going to get a better made stick than these ones that Mike make. I mean, I've mentioned this before. One of my mates, John Studley. John is he has had Perfect Pac-Man a few times. I think he's only about the 5th person in the world to have a Perfect Pac-Man. Now, when John was practicing, he actually got Mike to make him a stick. Now, when you consider the skill that getting a Perfect Pac-Man actually takes, the joystick has to be absolutely perfect. It's got to be perfect. If it wasn't perfect, there is simply no way you could get a Perfect Pac-Man. And John went to Mike, and that's how basically I got to know Mike, just through John. John says, look, I cannot recommend this guy highly enough, and so I've known Mike for about, I don't know, probably 8-9 years. Like I says, I've got about 4 or 5 different joysticks. I've even got a Donkey Kong one as well. But yeah, to answer your question, Mark, in my opinion, I think you'll be hard pushed to beat one of Mike's sticks. I do know that the X arcades are really nice. I did own an X arcade back in the day. Can't remember what happened. I think I sold it. I don't know why I sold it. I think I wasn't using it at that point. But when I was down in Devon with Panther UK, Chris has got he's got the big twin stick with trackball on his MAME cab, and it is nice. It is really, really nice. So yeah, X arcade is lovely. They are expensive. You're probably talking £150. I know Mike's sticks are a lot cheaper than that. If you are interested in getting one of Mike's sticks, just message me or put a comment in this video, and what I'll do is I'll give you Mike's details. You can get in touch with him. He's a lovely, lovely guy, and like I said, you cannot, the fact that John Studley recommends him, you cannot get a higher recommendation than that. So anyway, Mark, thanks for your question. Ox is asking, did you ever spend your bus fare home in the arcades and have a long walk home? I didn't, Neil, and again, I've mentioned this loads of times. Living in central Scotland, I didn't have any arcades close by, so I was never in a position to do that. I think if I had been, lived in Blackpool or near to one of the big arcades, I think that could have been a distinct possibility. But no, the only arcade that I had nearby, which I went to when I was a bit older, was it was in Edinburgh. It was called LA's. I can't remember what it was called, LA Leisure or something, I think it was called. Yeah, and that was a nice arcade. That was pretty damned. I wish it was still there, like we all do. But that was a good arcade. It wasn't the biggest one in the world, but it used to have a lot of the real kind of the latest. They always had the latest arcade machines. Like a lot, when Outrun came out, they had Outrun. They had WEC Le Mans. They had Afterburner, all the popular ones. But because it was Edinburgh, it was 15 miles away. There was no way that I was going to be able to walk home. So no, to answer your question, no, I didn't. Pardon me. If it had been closer by, then there's every possibility I would have done that. But yeah. And the last question from last week's Friday Waffle live stream, Vimster is asking, what's your biggest retro gaming regret? Did you miss out on anything big? I think I mentioned it last week. My only regret from a kind of retro gaming perspective was when I sold I sold all my LED, LCD little consoles. Really, really, really regret getting rid of them. I don't know. I needed the money. The thing was, they were sitting in the loft. They weren't getting used. So from that point of view, I didn't regret selling them. But now that I've kind of got my own place, I've got a bit more room. I absolutely do regret selling them. I think if I still had them, I'd probably get I don't know, a couple of glass cabinets, and I would have them displayed. So yeah, that is a big regret. I mean, I think I had about 30 of them. And as I mentioned last week, I paid what, 10, £15 for each one. They're going for 70 quid now. They just seem to have, the price of these things have just gone absolutely through the roof. So I don't think I'm ever going to, I don't know, I'm never going to get back the collection I want. As I mentioned before, if anyone's got any of these that they want to get rid of and sell for not a huge amount of money, please let me know. So that is the one biggest regret. Did I miss out on anything big? Don't think so. I mean, back in the day, yeah, I missed out on, I didn't have a Mega Drive, I didn't have a SNES, but I couldn't afford it, so it didn't really bother me. But I mean, in the last sort of, 20 years, I've basically been able to buy, I wouldn't say what I want, but anything within reason. If I've wanted it, I've been able to buy it. So no, I don't think there's been anything that I've missed out on, because at the end of the day, you can still buy stuff. But to answer your question, yeah, biggest retro gaming regret was getting rid of my LED games. That was silly. So that was the last questions from the live stream, and the questions from last week's Friday Waffle. Scott is asking, question to the next waffle, Alan. This really has nothing to do with any retro tech, and it's a bit of a weird question. But what is your preferred brand of coffee? I do like coffee. I've actually cut out cow's milk. I've not drunk cow's milk for about 3 months to see if it's going to help reduce the bloatedness when I go out running. I've still to put that to the test. I've actually, park run is resuming on Saturday, so I'm going to be getting out for my first park run. It's going to be the first 3 miles that I've ran for a long time. Hopefully I can still do it. I'm not convinced I can. So I've not been drinking cow's milk, but I can't even remember the name of it. That's terrible. I was drinking a lot of these little Nescafe pod things. I can't remember, the little machine thing, but because they've got milk in them, I've stopped drinking them. So milk-wise, I've been using oat milk or soya milk, and I've actually got I actually quite like it. It's a really, really nice taste. Is it Altura? Altura, is that a name of coffee? It's a little orange. Let me see if I can find it actually. Let's just see. It's something like Altura. Altura coffee. Altura, I don't see. Let's have a look. Altura. No, it's not Altura coffee. I don't know what it's called. It's a little red tin. That's all I can say, and I use that. I've been using that. But saying that, I tend to just kind of go for. I'm not a coffee snob. I don't drink Mellow Birds. I don't like the really strong Nescafes. I tend to kind of go for Morrison's. Is it Gold Blend? It's absolutely fine. But yeah, it's a little orange tin, and it's kind of powder. That is really nice. So yeah, there you go, Scott. Thanks for your question. Right, sorry, Scott's actually posted the same question twice. Right, down the rabbit hole. Hi, Alan. My guess is everyone has asked you about the new Amiga 500 mini console. What titles do you wish would be on it? Nobody's actually asked me, Kev, because obviously this is the first Friday Waffle that I've done since, since it was announced. And I was stupidly excited when I saw it. Now, I've not done any real investigation, but I'm already thinking there's not going to be a keyboard. Is it a mini? So it's going to be kind of similar to the C64 mini, i.e. no working keyboard. Now, I don't know. I do understand the reasonings behind these little minis. It gives people who maybe remember playing the Amiga back in the day, it gives them an opportunity to get a machine that they can plug into their 55-inch LED TV and just play games. But for kind of a purist like myself, I want the keyboard. I mean, I have got the C64 Mini and I've got the full size one. And I have the Mini plugged in. I mean, I've got a wireless joystick thing that I use for it, and it's fantastic. But I always think for computers, to have that authentic experience, I really do think you need a keyboard. So will I get an Amiga Mini? I don't know. I think I'll see what's on it. I do know you can plug in other games. I think I'll see what it's like. I mean, if it's authentic and it works well, then I probably would get them. What games would you want to be on it? I mean, I suppose I would have to say my favourite Amiga games. Sensible Soccer. Though I have to say I don't know how that's going to play with the bundled gamepad. It's like an Amiga 32 gamepad. It's not the best. The Amiga 32 gamepad is horrible. It's a horrible thing. So I'm not convinced it was a good thing. They'd been better off sticking like a zip stick, a proper joystick, something like that. So I would think from an Amiga point of view, Stunt Car Racer, Sensible Soccer, let me think, Hybris, have to have a bit Hybris, maybe Arkanoid, possibly, Turrican, maybe. Yeah, I think that's kind of the games, but I think I'll not be like signing up for it anytime soon. If it's a Kickstarter, I won't be pledging for it. I think I'll just wait and see what happens and see if it's any good or not. And secondly, do you own any specialised gaming controllers that only work in a single game? And do you regret buying this one-off controller? No, I don't. The only thing I bought, well, in fact, it was one of the guys, and I don't know if he still watches my my channel. He actually made, there's an option in Tempest 2000, is it? Is it Tempest 2000? On the Atari Jaguar, there is actually an option to enable a spinner. Now, it's not, the option is not readily available. You need to basically dig into it. There's a code you've got to use a second joystick or something. But he actually he takes existing Jaguar controller and he added a spinner, and he did that for me, and it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. So I don't think I can use that for anything else. I mean, it's on the Atari Jaguar controller, so I can't really use it for anything else. But I have to say, it works beautifully. It really, really does. And thirdly, our chum Swifto has recently had a go at streaming on Twitch, but I confess I had trouble chatting with him on his stream due to my unfamiliarity with Twitch. Do you have any advice? By the way, apologies. Actually, stop walking about. You're making a lot of noise. The problem with using this controller is it picks up every single sound effect. I don't have any, so I have trouble chatting on his stream due to my unfamiliarity with Twitch. Do you have any advice for a younger streamer trying to gain an audience? Firstly, well, I've got to say, Swifto is a good friend. He disappeared for a while, and I have to say I was getting a wee bit concerned about him, but he's a top lad, really good. I always felt sorry for him because his content was completely left field. He did stuff that nobody else did, and for whatever reason, he had a very, very small following. And I mean, I used to try and mention his channel as often as I possibly could, but for whatever reason, he just never got the audience. But I think he'd probably admit he didn't put out a lot of videos. But to kind of get back on topic, Kev, I don't do Twitch. I know people say to me, oh, if you want to stream, you want to make more money or whatever, you want to get a bigger audience, you need to stream on Twitch. Right now, I don't have any real interest. I struggle enough doing YouTube. So I can't comment. I do know, I mean, there's people much better placed than me. I can't comment on Twitch because I don't use it. I don't even really follow. I don't watch streams in it. I don't have any software for it. But I mean, as far as doing it on YouTube, again, you just have to, it's the same as doing a YouTube channel. You have to get a channel, get a topic that you know a lot about, that you're interested in, and then just talk about it. I mean, last week, I did about an hour and a half stream, and I was just talking. I wasn't even playing any games, and like I said, I was a wee bit nervous coming into it, thinking, how am I going to talk and keep people entertained? But if you're doing something that you know you've got a passion for, then, excuse me, it just flows. It really, really does. So I would say, Swifto, get something that you're really comfortable about talking about, something that you're really interested in. By all means, do it in Twitch or do it in YouTube as well. I don't know. I mean, the problem with streaming is obviously you've got to get people watching it. And there's been a few times where I've started doing a stream and there's only like a handful of people in it. So yeah, you need to kind of, hopefully you're going to get people watching it. But anyway, best of luck, and I hope to see you back in the stream, Swifto. If I can help you in any shape or form, just give me a shout, buddy. And that is kind of it. That is the last question. Listen, I just want to say one wee thing, and I hope he doesn't mind mentioning this. There was a guy that was watching my channel for a few years, and he wasn't. I'm going to say his name. I hope he doesn't mind. Stephen Thornburg. Stephen watched my channel for a few years, and I had a message, I had an email off him last, let me just have a quick wee look. I can't actually find it. I've probably misplaced it somewhere. I had an email of Stephen last July, and he was basically just telling me that he was very ill. He was seriously ill, and he was wanting to basically thank me for the channel, saying that it was helping him with his illness. Now, it was actually Panther that asked me about Stephen when I was doing in Devon. He says, have you heard from Stephen? And I thought, I haven't. So I emailed Stephen back last week just to find out how he is. Now, I've not heard anything. Hopefully, it's just because Stephen's not picked up the email, or he's maybe not watching my channel anymore. But I'm hoping that everything's okay. He did say that he was very ill. If you're watching this, Stephen, please let me know how you are, buddy. If you're a friend of Stephen's and you know how Stephen is, whatever, please let me know as well. We're thinking of you, mate. I'm certainly thinking of you because you were a good supporter of my channel, and it would be nice to see you back again, mate. So I sincerely hope that everything's okay. So, and listen, guys, it is a short Friday Waffle. I'm going to get going. So, listen, I hope you all have an excellent weekend. I will be along on Sunday. The last Sunday live stream was me playing games. I think that went down really well. It was a ball ache to set up. I don't mind admitting that. But probably Sunday, I'll probably try and get back to part 2 of Crash Issue 1. I will be along 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. So anyway, guys, listen, thank you very much for watching. Have a great weekend, and until next time, take care.